Hey everybody, it's day 2 and welcome back to the vlog. Hey everybody, welcome back once again to another episode of the vlog. And I'm going to keep this pretty loose today, and I'm just kind of talking and rambling. And I want to talk, this is a little bit of a confessional about what I've been working on this week and give you some thoughts of, how the first week is going to go here. Now actually, when I start these videos, I always say, hey, it's day 1 or day 2, and I thought that'd be kind of my little thing here. And I realized that today's not actually day 2, it's about day 7 that I've actually been on my own and doing my business here. And I want to talk about some of the things that I'm working on right now, and kind of looking back, I want to talk a little bit about some lessons learned this week and the fact that I may have gotten slightly overzealous with things. One of the things that I was meticulous about this week was trying to get organized, and I jumped the gun a little bit and I put all this time off on my calendar where I could start researching episodes and I could start doing this and start doing that, and then I realized I have bigger problems, which, one, I need a more consistent shooting location so I can do things like control light better and make it easier to produce episodes so I can focus on content, and I really needed to just get organized, get my boxes unpacked and reorganize my office. I do have a new studio setup though, which is kind of cool. I have the camera a little more permanently mounted, and actually we should do a behind the scenes at some point, but I'm actually got a teleprompter that I'm using now, and the last show, or the intro to this whole channel, was scripted, and it sounds a little State of the Union-y, and I'm not sure I want to do everything scripted, but one thing that is cool about using a teleprompter is I can put up bullet points. So if sometimes I'll do a really nice take of something and I'll forget what I said, and so bullet points help with that, so that way I make sure I hit everything as it's going in there. The other thing that I've been very busy with this week is getting into better GTD habits. And if you're not familiar with GTD, allow me to change your life here. GTD is a system of organization that was conceived by a gentleman named David Allen, probably around 2001 or so, when he wrote his first book called Getting Things Done. And GTD since kind of became a little bit of an internet phenomenon, and a lot of people like me who have a lot of trouble organizing projects, getting things done, and you look at somebody like me who's a little bit on the ADD side, and I have enough trouble as it is. It is a really nice system that helps me, and I have always been really bad at being organized. And back when I was in college, I did the Franklin Day Planner stuff, and I have run the gamut on organizational systems. And GTD is the only one that I have ever done that has stuck with. As I told David a couple years ago, it's a very forgiving system because if you fall off the wagon, it's very easy to get back on. And I will put a link to the show notes below because there's no way I'm going to give you a complete overview of GTD, and you really should read the book and get into it on your own. But anyway, it's a basically the concept is that you come up with projects, and a project is basically anything that takes multiple steps to do. So this could be something small. It could be, fixing a bicycle. You got to find the parts, you got to look up how to do it, you got to schedule time to, you break it down as such. Or it could be a larger project, and for instance, the art of photography is one of my big projects, and it has little sub-projects within it. Like I have stuff to do with the website. I've got to film and write the videos every week. I got to, do my social media stuff. So one of the things I'm realizing now is I need to, before I can jump in and move forward with a lot of these things, I need to get better organized. I need to do a big mind sweep. I need to do a big sweep of my office and get all the clutter out of the way, and narrow things down so I actually can take care of business. So that's a lot of what I've been working on this week. And I want to start talking a little bit about GTD concepts on the show because it's something that I will admit I've fallen a little bit off the wagon on recently. I do a very cheap version of GTD, which is just a quick version of getting your projects lists and contexts all together. And I really need to immerse myself and get back into it so I can be super organized, because now I'm running a business and my income is going to be completely up to me. And so if I'm not organized, or we are missing steps or forgetting things, I could have bigger consequences. So that's one thing I wish to avoid. So anyway, check it out in the link below and look at GTD because it's something I'm going to come back around to a lot. And it's a wonderful system, and it's fascinating. I think it is to the point where you can't obsess over GTD too much, and the point of GTD is to get that out of the way. And so basically things you need to do you're not worried about, you've got them all collected, written down. It allows you to be more creative, it allows you to open more time for yourself, and I think that's a really wonderful thing. The other thing that I've been thinking a lot about this week is what we're going to do with the art of photography moving forward. And I have an immense passion for doing that show, and I really love doing it. My initial reaction was all of a sudden I had all these ideas and throw these in and let's start doing more and better and faster and quicker. And then I realized, doing more shows is something I would like to get to, but for me, I think the quality is more important than the quantity. The other problem that I have is I get really excited about doing things like immediately, and then I throw them in, then I realize I didn't think through them, and I don't have time to actually do them, or they're more difficult than I thought. So I think it's better to improve slowly with the art of photography. So that's what we're looking on doing. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to do some process videos on color development. And these are interesting because it's something I've never done. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to, in the next show, we're going to talk about what all's involved, kind of a shopping list if you want to do it yourself. And then I'm going to go ahead and order the stuff, shoot some film this week. And then in next week's episode, we're actually going to do the processing and development. So that is what I'm working on for the art of photography. So as I get more organized, as we get the process of creating the videos, because I think a lot of things you guys don't see a lot is the behind the scenes that goes into actually filming a video, researching a video, producing it. And I need to get a lot of that streamlined just so it's easier and I have a better flow with it. I think when I get to that point, then we can look at maybe adding second, third shows during the week. Unless they're just kind of a vlog show like this. I think that I would prefer to concentrate on quality before quantity. So anyway, that is about it for this week, and I hope you guys have found this useful, and I hope you find these videos useful on some level. I certainly enjoy making them, and they're a great exercise for me to get more comfortable and record more videos during the week. And anyway, once again, I will see you guys in the next video. Later.